All right, you asked for it, and here it is. This is the first part of my comprehensive lock video. I'm calling this the question and answer portion. So this video is going to just be answering as many of your lock questions as possible, and this is part one. In part two, I'm going to be doing a lot more of demonstrations for you all, showing you my entire lock maintenance routine, my shampooing, my conditioning, how I oil my scalp, like everything, how I curl locks, how I get rid of buildup in locks, everything. So if you want to see all that kind of stuff, you're going to see that in part two, but this video is going to be answering all of your lock questions, so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned. All right, because the lighting was a little too sexy. Anywho, let's go ahead and get down to your questions. The question that I get most about my locks is, how long have I been locked? And I have now been locked for over 4 years. July 22nd will be 5 years. July 22nd, 2010 will be 5 years. How did I start my locks? These locks were started with 2-strand twists, and I often get asked, who in Atlanta, since I live in Atlanta, who in Atlanta as far as a loctician can I recommend? Since I have never been to a professional loctician here in Atlanta, or ever, I really don't know. So I'm sorry, but I don't really know who you would go to, but I have no recommendations. What else? How long was my hair when I decided to lock? I had a pretty healthy afro puff. If you watch my natural hair journey video, you'll see the afro puff that I'm talking about, and you'll see my big chop. I wore my hair natural for maybe 9 months to a year before I finally decided to go ahead and lock it. I locked my hair a few months after my wedding. So actually, yeah, this is me on my wedding day, and this is May 28th. And I locked my hair a few months after that. So I was natural on my wedding day. So I was natural for a while, and I was doing things like, afro puffs and weaves and wigs and braids and things like that in the meantime. But right after my wedding, I decided to go ahead and lock my hair. What else? Let me check my... do I go with latch hooking, or do I recommend regular twisting? I do just regular twisting. I don't do any special technique. I'm not palm rolling. I just take a little bit of gel and twist my hair. I'm going to show you a little bit more into that when I actually do the demonstration part. But I have nothing against latch hooking. I just personally have never done it. And I really don't have any desire to do it. I just twist my hair. I keep it nice and simple. So yeah. Another question that I'm getting a lot lately is, how long or how far into my lock journey did I decide not to twist as often? For those that don't know, I only twist maybe once every 10 to 12 weeks, maybe even more. And I made the decision to twist less frequently pretty early on in my journey, almost as soon as my hair was completely locked. I was twisting it a lot in the beginning because I wanted it to lock, but once it was locked, I didn't feel the need to be on it that much. And I was always styling it and curling it and doing all kinds of things with it. You really couldn't tell, and you really can't tell now that I don't twist my hair very often. When I do twist my hair, I do flat twists, like I just took out some flat twists. I may do something like that, but I've never been one to do a whole lot of twisting, especially since they've been locked. So maybe 6 to 9 months into my journey, I pretty much slowed down with the retwisting. My roots are healthy, and that's exactly why I stopped retwisting. Everything is different for every person, but for me, I may be overly paranoid, but I am paranoid about weakening my roots and having broken locks, and I'm just not interested in that. I do not want my locks to break off, and so that's one of the reasons why I don't retwist as often. How do I feel about sister locks? If I had it to do all over again, sometimes I feel like I would have went the sister lock route. I do believe that they're absolutely beautiful, and they're so much like a loose natural that I really like it. I have all these ideas for styles that I would do if I had sister locks. The only hesitation that I have, or that I had for doing that to my hair, is that my lock journey is one that I really wanted to do totally and completely on my own. And I knew with sister locks, I think I would need a lot more maintenance. I would need a professional. I would have needed a loctician, at least in my opinion. And so I didn't want to go that route because I really was set on doing this by myself. And which is kind of crazy because I don't do hair. I'm not a professional like stylist or anything like that. I'm a chef, like so far away from styling hair. But I felt like I could do it. So I really felt like I was going to keep it as simple and as easy as possible, and that I really could do it. And so I did. And I actually have some advice for those of you who are starting your locks on your own, starting and maintaining your locks on your own. I'm going to give you that information now. This is my opinion. One of the things I think you should consider when you're deciding to lock your hair or you're starting your locks yourself is the method that you start them with. As far as like the maintenance level of it. If you do like the comb coils, unless you're really hair savvy, that's kind of one of those professional things. But if you're starting them on your own, 2-strand twist is an easy way to do that, and also braid locks is a really easy way to do that. So those are two things, and one thing that you can consider, the method that you start your locks with. The second thing you may want to consider is your parting. For styling purposes, I think it's important for you to make sure that your hair has nice, decent parts in it, so that when you're trying to do different styling options and things like that, it looks nice. A lot of people do like the diamond parting. I think that's really pretty. I wasn't that creative. I just kept mine pretty simple. But you want to consider your parting as well. That's one of the things you want to consider. So if you're doing it on your own, those are things that I think that are very important. Also some helpful hints, I learned from Jessica Lee, when you're washing and drying your hair, you may want to use a dark towel, like maybe a black or a blue towel, dark blue, so that you don't get a lot of lint in your hair. I get asked to show my nighttime sleep routine for my locks, like how I wrap my hair up at night. I would like to say that I wrap my hair up in a silk scarf and I sleep on a satin pillowcase, but I do not. I just go to sleep. Because my hair is longer now, it's kind of annoying sometimes, so I will normally like pin my hair up or do some kind of ponytail or something. But most of the time I don't sleep with a scarf on my head. I recommend that you do, but I just don't. Yeah, the only time I really sleep with a scarf on my head is if I'm trying to protect a style. Like if I had flat twisted my whole, this, or I did my maintenance and I retwisted all my hair, all my locks and everything, then I may want to secure it. But if I'm trying to protect a style, I'll wear a scarf. But normally I just go to sleep. And I actually enjoy that. I like that low maintenance part of the locks. When your hair is permed, you're doing so much to it, you're wrapping it up, you're doing the wrap around your head and everything. I like the fact that with locks, I don't really have to do all that. Earlier today I was in the pool. And my hair is absolutely fine at night. I love that. So I embrace the low maintenance of it at this point. Now that it's fully locked, it's even less effort. Let's see. How do I feel about braid extensions? They're not particularly for me, but I'm not going to knock it. If that's the route that you decide to take, then, more power to you. It's just not a route that I would take. Once I decided to go ahead and lock, I thought that I would just fully embrace the whole process. And so I knew that my hair was going to be short and that was only going to be a phase, a temporary phase, and I was okay with that. In my opinion, I think that the people who decide to do the braid locks just may be a little bit uncomfortable with a short length of hair. And if that's you, then do what makes you happy. But at some point, you have to take them out. So I just was kind of like, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and, just go ahead and rock the locks. Somebody asked me how soon into my lock journey did I start styling my hair? Right away. The day that I put the 2-strand twist in my hair, I styled it that same day. because they were so short, I felt the need to do so much to them. I would slap a little beanie on them. I would put ribbons in my hair, like tying it up, trying to do a ponytail, trying to do a bun. I was always curling it. I styled my hair a lot. I shoved flowers in it because I didn't want, some people feel like short hair is synonymous with not being feminine, and I wanted my short hair to be as feminine as possible, so girly, so cute, so pretty. And so I was always styling it. So I started styling my hair right away. Let's see. How often do I shampoo? I shampoo my hair once every week and a half. That's about as often as I shampoo. As far as conditioning goes, I don't condition every time I shampoo. I wash more than I condition. And I don't even really know. Well, one of the reasons was because early on in my journey, I was told that conditioning, it kind of softens everything. And because I was trying to get my hair to lock, I didn't want it to unravel. So I would shampoo, but I wouldn't condition. And I'm kind of still in that mindset. Somebody asked me also about hot oil treatments. I haven't done a hot oil treatment for my hair, but I'm very open to it. It's just something that I just haven't tried yet. I got asked how do I remove buildup from my hair? I do use the apple cider vinegar rinse. Coco Femme, who I absolutely love. Hey girl. Coco Femme has a great video on showing you the whole entire process, but I'm going to briefly go over it in my demonstration video. So if you're not familiar with using the ACV or apple cider vinegar rinse, I'm going to show you. That is phenomenal for getting rid of any kind of buildup that you may have in your hair. How do I do my hair when I am exercising? I don't exercise really anymore. I just been so busy with work lately, I haven't had the time. But when I did exercise and was really heavy into it, I would just wash my hair more because I knew that I was sweating and I felt like my hair wasn't clean enough. So instead of washing my hair once every week and a half, I would wash my hair maybe twice a week. I would pick up the washing just to make sure that my hair was clean. Do I know any ways or methods for making your hair lock faster? For me, I felt like my hair locked faster the more I shampooed it. And so I would shampoo it quite often in the beginning stages. And you guys are going to hate what I'm getting ready to say, but the best way for me, the best thing that I have learned in my experience to get your hair to lock is to leave your hair alone. A lot of times people have hand in the hair disease, and you're just always like messing with it, and you're always twisting on it, and you're always trying to get it to lock. My hair thrives the more I leave it alone. I know it sounds crazy because everybody wants to put some kind of chemical and you want to wash it, you want some kind of magic gel that you can put into it that's going to make your hair lock. None of that stuff worked for me. The more I leave it alone, the happier my hair is. Like when I say it's natural, it's natural. It doesn't want any chemicals. It just wants to be left alone. So yeah. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I answer as many questions as possible. All right, so for my hair journey, I think that it's really important for you to document or to chronicle your journey. I'm not suggesting that everybody get a Futki or a Fatki album, however you pronounce it. I do have one. I'll leave the link below in the description box. But I think that it's a great way for you to document your hair's progress and to see how your hair is growing. When you look at your own hair every day, you may not notice how much your hair is growing. But when you go back and you look at the pictures, you look at videos, you can really tell. And so, I like to mark my progress. So I think that it's really great for you to document your journey so you can go back and look at your hair. You can go ahead and say, wow, I remember my hair was like barely touching my shoulder. Now it's down to my bra strap. Have little milestones to help you to realize growth. It's so funny. I read somewhere that somebody was saying when the hair was permed and they would get new growth, they'd be like, I need a perm. They would hate to see new growth. And when you're a natural and you see new growth, you're like, you have an opposite reaction. You're like excited because you're like, that means my hair is growing. Like I love to see new growth. I love it because I'm like, yes, that hair, that's going to be longer. My hair is growing. That's a good thing. let's see. I think that may be it for the question and answer period of this video. So definitely stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming up as soon as I can film it. I'm missing a couple of products. That's the reason why I haven't been able to do it. But as soon as I get everything that I need, I'm going to go ahead and shoot that video. So be prepared for that video coming up soon. That's the comprehensive lock video part 2. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and please, if you haven't already, subscribe. All right? So later, divas. Peace. Hey, guys. I'm sorry, but I missed a couple of questions, so I wanted to go ahead and answer those really quickly. Somebody asked me, how do I keep my hair from looking neat even though I don't retwist very often? One of the things that I do to sort of camouflage that is lots of flat twisting. Like this looks neat, but this isn't retwisted. I mean, it just gives the appearance of a neater, more manicured set of locks, but my hair isn't retwisted. I braid my hair a lot also. Another thing is that when I wash, somebody asked me what's my routine after I wash my hair. I'm going to show you more in the second part of the video, but when I finish washing my hair, let's say I wash my hair tonight, I like to braid my hair. And sometimes I braid my hair and it's not for the purpose of a braid out. It's for the purpose of stretching out my hair. I hope I'm explaining that right. You know, a lot of times with African American hair, our hair is really tightly coiled. And if you wash your hair will like shrink and your hair is always shorter. Well, locks are no different. So when my hair is still wet or my hair is damp, that's when I normally braid my hair. And what that does is it stretches my hair out. So when my hair dries, my hair is already, you know, it's not going to shrink on me. I used to do the same thing when my hair was natural. When I would wash my hair to keep it from just coming, you know, just shrinking, and to kind of reduce shrinkage, I would braid my hair, big buckwheat braids all over my head. And what that would do would be to kind of stretch everything out, and then it would dry that way. And it would dry with, you know, a more, you know, a closer length to what my length really was. So yeah, I hope I'm explaining that right. But yes, so somebody asked me about that. They asked me about fuzziness. They asked me about somebody asked me how did I wear my hair when I was pregnant, because I think they're having a baby. Congratulations. When I had my daughter, I rocked 2 pigtails. That was it. There's a picture of me in labor with a little mask on and everything, and I had my hair in 2 pigtails, which was okay. That wasn't like that my most glamorous moment, but I wasn't really worried about that. I knew that it was going to be styled by the time I took the less candid pictures, the one that I had a little lip gloss on and I was posing, my hair was styled in those pictures. But yeah, kept it really simple. Somebody asked me at what stage did my hair grow the most? My locks grew the most in the beginning, and my locks grew the most when I was pregnant. And I know it's because of the pregnancy hormones that I was using, you know, that I had going on in my body. My hair was growing so fast when I was pregnant with my daughter. And my hair has been growing a lot lately. I went back and looked at a video that I shot in January. I think it was a twofer or something. Video that it was in December. And I had my hair all down. And I can see the length and I can see the growth from December to now. Because my hair was more like right here. And my hair is just, it's grown quite a bit. And so for some reason my hair is on the grow lately. Let's see what else. My do's and don'ts. My biggest don't is beeswax. Somebody wrote me and they were like, beeswax for president. They were like all about it. I mean, just like, you know, telling me how much they loved it and oh, it worked for me and everything. If it works for you, that's great. But I'm not going to make a video and I'm not going to say beeswax is awesome, because I don't believe that. If it works for you, that's great though, but I don't recommend it. And I am not a guru. However, I think that being locked for almost 5 years, I think that experience alone gives me somewhat of a right to know a little something about locks. So that's the only reason why I'm even making this video, because a lot of people aren't that far into their journey and they may want to know do's and don'ts. I don't recommend twisting your hair too often. That, everything, different strokes for different folks. Opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody has one. But I'm telling you, I don't think that it is a good idea, especially if your hair is already locked, to be retwisting it so often. I think anything more, and just my opinion, anything more than maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I think maybe a little bit too much. If you're noticing that your roots are getting thinner and you're noticing that it's just not, you think you're worried about breakage, you definitely want to stop twisting as much. Somebody asked me, how do I feel about natural and organic products? At one point, I was seriously considering coming up with my own line of natural hair care products, because of the fact that my hair has done so well since, not putting perms in it, not putting chemicals in it. I didn't want a lot of chemicals and stuff in my shampoo. If my hair is thriving, being, as natural as possible, I want to use natural and organic products in it. I'm not currently using anything that's completely natural and completely organic, but that's something that I do want to get into later down the road. But I'm going to show you my products in the second part of the video. I'm definitely not against it. There's so many great natural ingredients that you can use on your hair that are really good. They say that retwisting your hair with aloe vera gel, they say that is awesome. I have not tried it, but they say that the best way to get rid of dandruff and buildup in your hair, like to keep your scalp really clean, is a little bit of lemon juice and water. Rosemary oil is really great for stimulating hair growth. I did do the rosemary, and I'm not sure if that is what I can attribute the growth to my hair for, but I did use the rosemary in my hair. But yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, I would definitely suggest that you research it and see what natural things that you can use in your hair. Like with the apple cider vinegar rinse that I'm going to be showing you guys in the second part of the video. That's not a lot of chemicals, you know what I mean? It's vinegar, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I think that may be all of the questions. Yeah, I just wanted to answer those because I know some people are going to be like, you didn't get to my question. I'm trying to get them all out. To kind of help you guys out. I know what it's like when you're so excited and you have your locks and you have your little baby locks and you're growing them and cultivating them. I know how happy I would have been to stumble across a comprehensive lock video with somebody telling me everything I needed to know, answering all my questions. So that's what I kind of want to do for you all. I know I researched everywhere. I was reading all the websites. I was reading this person's blog, going to Naturality, going to my Food Key, looking at pictures, trying to research it every place I could. And I wish that there was a central place that I could go to get all that information. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So anyway, I hope it was helpful. All right, so stay tuned for part 2. Later, divas.